The side chick ganged up with some of her friends and they beat Hope. After beating Hope, the side chick called Mike and told Mike that the wife came to fight her. Hello, it's another week and you're welcome to Life Stories with Lucy. Guys, are you fighting with me? What is the problem? We are dropping videos every week and we are not seeing views. We are not getting enough views. Why? Don't you like the program? Why are you not referring us to your friends? What's happening? The last 3 videos I've not done 600 views. What's happening? I put so much work into doing this all the time. And when I come and I see that the views are not justifying the work that I put in, it's very painful. Please, I am begging you. Help me to subscribe. Please, engage. Send the link of these videos to your friend. Please, it is beg and begging. I'm not doing shakara. I am begging you. People need to watch this. We need to engage because a lot of people are dropping stories, and if it's not work well for me, I might just end this. Do you guys want me to end it? Please, just send links of these videos to your friends and loved ones. Let them also engage. I know there are so many people who need this platform outside there. Please, I am begging. Please, let me see the difference in this month of March. I am begging. It is beg, oh. It is beg. Thank you very much. So today I have a story and I'm just going to go straight into that story. Okay, so let's go. Today I have a story, and it's a mishmash story of a couple because the man told his own side of the story and the woman told her own side of the story, and at the end of the day I found out that everybody in that story was guilty of something or the other. At the end of the story I found out that they all played themselves. A man had reached out to me. His name is Mike. He told me that his wife abducted his children and ran away with another man to the UK. So when I heard that, I was like, why? I was really like upset. He said I didn't even know what was happening, that the woman just took off with the children. I was like, what kind of a thing is that? So I already carried placard, justice for Mr. Mike, justice for Mr. Mike. What I did was to introduce him to a colleague of mine who is very good with family law. I connected the both of them and I left it. Like 2 weeks ago, I remembered the man and then I called my friend and I was like, what's happening with this man's case? And he said, Busola, there is no case. I was like, what do you mean there is no case? He told me that he had been in contact with Mike's estranged wife and that the woman said that the children involved are not Mike's children. And I was like, how? So he told me that the woman said that before she left Nigeria, she had taken the sample of her children and Mike to a lab, that she had instructed the lab that when the results is out, they should send it to her and copy Mike. So Mike already knows with the DNA results that the children are not his own. So she said that she didn't know the reason why Mike was making a fuss about it, that the children are not Mike's children. So my friend decided to interrogate her and she came up with a lot of proof of the things that she was going to say. And so she had voice notes, she had WhatsApp messages, and then she also had email correspondence between her and Mike. And she shared all these things with my friend. When my friend sent me all the proof, I knew that it was a case of yam pepper scatter, what Yoruba people call ishwata, like everything at scattered. So I'm going to share with you the story as told by the lady, and I'm also going to share the man's response. So the lady's name is Hope, and Hope was living with her mom at that time. Her mom was a widow, and her mom was struggling to put food on the table for she and her brother. And even their education was a struggle. They were struggling to get educated. So they had a lot of financial issues that they couldn't really resolve. Mike was a young guy living in that neighborhood. He saw her, he liked her, and he decided to toast her, and the girl agreed. And when the girl agreed, he decided that he was going to be responsible for the girl's OND. So Mike was the one that sent her to school to do her OND. When she was done with her OND in JAPAed, Mike said that before she proceeded to do her HND, that they should get married. And so Mike went to her mother's house and made his intention known to marry her. So when the mother heard it, the mother was quite happy because for her, it was like a relief for her. And knowing that Mike was the one that sent her to school. The next thing that Hope did was to move into Mike's house. But they didn't marry. They were not married legally. They didn't do anything. All Mike did was to make his intention known to Hope's mom. But they didn't seal it anyhow. There was no introduction. There was nothing. They didn't go to registry, nothing. So they were not legally married, but they were cohabiting. So she was there as his wife. Some months down the line, he said that Mike changed, and then he started beating her for the slightest things, and he just beat her, slap her, and eat her, and all that. And he also refused to allow her further education. 2 years into their situationship, the guy had changed totally. He had gone into full-blown cheating. He wasn't even keeping it. He was bringing the ladies home, and he was telling Hope to cook for the ladies. If she tries to object, the guy will beat her there and then. So the guy was doing so many things. Sometimes the guy will beat her. The guy will force himself on her. The guy will call her barren, that they've been together for 2 years and she's not been pregnant once. She said that sometimes when she's not in the mood for lovemaking, the guy will beat her and the guy will force himself on her. The guy will say that he owns her and that she's his slave. Mike's best friend, Kewe, was staying on the next street. And every time that Mike beats her, she would go to Kewe and report Mike. Every time this happens, Kewe will call Mike and advise him to treat his wife better. At the time, Mike's mother came to Lagos and made things more difficult for Hope. But Hope had to continue to bear it because she didn't have anywhere to go and she couldn't sustain herself. One day, while the mother-in-law was still around, she said that her mother-in-law called her barren, and that in anger she responded that she was not the one that had a problem, that the problem was with her son, that she's even told her husband that they should go to the hospital, that the guy has refused to follow her to the hospital so that they could do checkups, and that the guy is always bragging about all the women that he got pregnant when he was younger. Hope said that indeed, if there were women that he had gotten pregnant in the past, that at least somebody should at least be parading a child or something, that so the guy is the one with the problem. As far as the mother-in-law was concerned, Hope was trying to insinuate that her son was sterile. So because of that, she got very angry. She slapped Hope and attacked her. And so when she attacked Hope and started beating her, Hope tried to defend herself. It was at that moment that Mike came in. So what Mike saw was Hope fighting with his mom, and he was really angry. So that day, he beat Hope mercilessly for daring to touch his mother. He pushed her out in the rain, and it was already late. So she said she got one of the neighbors to help her to the next street to Kewe's house. When Kewe saw her, Kewe was really angry. So Kewe took pictures of her battered face and her broken hands. They sent the pictures as proof, and Kewe encouraged her to report to the police. The police invited Mike over and they warned him to desist from eating and beating Hope. Mike took her home and things were calm for a while. Some weeks later, one of Mike's side chick told him that she was pregnant for Mike. Mike was so excited about the news. He told his mother, and the both of them were rejoicing. They were gloating that finally their enemies have been put to shame. Somebody was pregnant for Mike. They started calling her barren, that she's a problem and she cannot conceive. And she was telling lies that it was Mike that was the problem and things like that. Hope knew who the side chick was, and so in anger she got up and went to the side chick's house to fight with the side chick. When she got there, the side chick ganged up with some of her friends and they beat Hope. After beating Hope, the side chick called Mike and told Mike that the wife came to fight her. In anger, Mike went there and went to drag Hope back. He and his mother claimed that Hope went to fight with the side chick because Hope wanted to make sure that the side chick miscarries their precious baby. So he beat Hope mercilessly and then threw Hope out again. Hope got up again and went to Kewe's house. So she was crying so hard. Kewe was trying to comfort her, and in a bid to comfort her, one thing led to another and the deed was done. When that happened between she and Kewe, she started crying. Kewe tried to comfort her, but then she went back home. She said that because of a pregnant side chick, her husband abandoned her totally. He wasn't caring for her, not giving her money for upkeep, nothing. In fact, most time Mike was in the side chick's house. So she was left at home and she felt abandoned. And so Hope made up her mind that she was going to get the care that she wasn't getting from her husband, that she was going to get it anyhow. And she decided to go after Kewe because she knew that Kewe liked her. So when she got to Kewe's house, they talked. Kewe said that he loved her. It turned out that the day that Mike saw Hope for the first time, it was Kewe that pointed out Hope to him. And Mike played a fast one and went behind Kewe to talk to Hope. So that was what happened. So Kewe said that he had always loved her. So Hope started enjoying Kewe's attention, and Kewe went all out for her, showered her with attention and with all the things that she needed. She soon discovered that she was pregnant, and she told Kewe. And Kewe told her that it was in their best interest to keep it secret and make Mike responsible for the pregnancy. So Kewe advised her that anytime that Mike comes home, she should try to seduce Mike so that Mike can take responsibility for the pregnancy so that they can save face. Hope went home and she did what she was told to do. Mike realized that his side chick was actually playing him and there was no baby. She was just doing it to get money off Mike because she knew that Mike was desperate to have a child. So when Mike discovered that, he broke up with the lady. So he became sober for a while and he was always at home. Everything seemed normal between the both of them for a while, and then she told Mike that she was pregnant, and Mike was so excited about the news of the pregnancy. She said that during the course of the pregnancy, Mike slapped her like twice, but apart from that, things were normal. Hope had twins, and no one suspected that they were not Mike's children. Kewe was also covering up by dating another lady. They already had plans to relocate, and Kewe was working on it. The original birth certificate of the twins had Kewe's name, but Mike had a fake one, which Hope had obtained herself and given to him as the birth certificate. Hope said that even after they had the twins, Mike didn't stop cheating on her or beating her, but she didn't care because she knew that they had a concrete plan in the works. So she knew that it was just a matter of time, so she was just bearing it. So they did all the planning. They even got married in a registry outside Lagos. And Mike did not know. So Kewe was the first to leave. A month later, Hope and the children went to join Kewe. Before she left, like she said, she had ordered for a DNA test. She had instructed them that they should send the result via email and it should be in copy. Hope's argument is that they were not legally married, and so she said that Mike should move on. He said that she was ready to pay back the money that he spent on her OND and the money that he spent on the children while the children were with him, that she was ready to pay the money back. So I spoke to Mike again to confirm all the allegations of cheating and beating and all that. He admitted that he beat her a couple of times because she has a big mouth, that she used to insult him a lot. He said the one that got reported to the police, that he got home and he met Hope fighting with his sick mother, and that he got very angry. He said he always gets angry easily and that there was always something that was always pushing him to beat her. I asked him about the cheating. He said that he didn't think that that was a big deal because men are built to cheat. He also wanted to know the whereabouts of Hope's mother, that she was sick at a point and she was moved to the village, and Hope's brother followed her to the village, so he didn't know their whereabouts. So at this point, Mike is really pained. He's not gotten his bearing together since he was told that the children were not his children. His BP is on the high. He said those children were his life, that he was a good father to his children, and that he loved those children. And right now, he doesn't really know what to do with his life. You see the reason why I said everybody played themselves in this story, and the better players were the one that won. Everybody had a fault, like I said. And I'm going to be addressing everybody right now. I have to write a couple of things down because I didn't want to forget the things that I was going to say. So I'm going to start with Mike. You didn't think much of the girl. You paid for her school fees and you assumed you own her and that she had become your slave, that you can do as you fit. You took her in because she was helpless and you refused to legalize the union. You disrespected, assaulted, and treated her like trash. Not considering that one man's trash is another man's treasure. And you push that to your best friend who saw the worth in her. You were not in that relationship, and it's so bad that you didn't even know when she changed and things changed. She got married under your nose, gave you babies that are not yours. She ran JAPAed plans right under your nose and you didn't even know. It shows how very detached you were in that relationship. You were not in that relationship at all, and you didn't even know when things changed. You didn't know, and you didn't notice that she had changed and things went on around you. Now, this is for women, especially in Lagos. There is GSVA, Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. Once a man has decided to turn you into a punching bag, get up and go and report. They will straighten that man out. They are very efficient. They will straighten that man out. Very, very efficient agency. A lady sent me a message some time ago and told me that her husband was always beating her. And I told her that she should go to the SBA and go and report. And she told me that she doesn't know how she will feel reporting her husband. And I'm thinking to myself, so why are you bothering me? Why are you telling me? If you're not ready to do something about it, then don't tell me. Go to DSVA legal. They are very efficient. They will sort you out. If your husband is beating you or someone has committed a sexual violence against you or against somebody that you know, get up and report. They are very efficient. Now, this is for Hope. Madam, you didn't have to pay back this way. Nothing was tying you down. You were merely cohabiting with him, and at the point you started sleeping with his best friend, you should have ended your relationship with Mike. I know you know it wouldn't have ended well. You should have gone somewhere. I know you would be like, oh, maybe it would have been trouble, it would have caused a lot of trouble. I know, but maybe you would have gone somewhere, traveled somewhere, break the relationship, or travel out of town to have your babies without the deception. That's the only point where I fault you, Hope. You want to get rid of a man without ammunition. The fastest way is to tell the man that the children that he has invested everything in, the children that he loves, the children that he believes are his children, are not his children. That man is gone. So what you did to him was wrong. Yes, he was wrong for beating you and all that, treated you bad and all that, but you didn't have to repay him back like that. We agreed that he treated you badly and nothing was holding you down. You should just have left. You didn't have any business giving him children that were not his children. Now to Uncle Best Friend, Kewe, if you're a best friend, the guy doesn't need enemies. What happened to Bros Code? What happened to Bros Code? Both of you deserve each other. That's you and Hope. You deserve each other. I hope your relationship lasts and you won't have troubles in the future, because the way that relationship started was just messed up. Now, this is a warning to married men. Do not leave your land unattended to. Do not leave your wife unattended to. Let your wife know that you love her and you think the world of her. Now, women are very emotional beings. And once you don't show that you love them or you care about them or that they mean a lot to you, once somebody from outside shows them love or cares about them, checks on them, calls them, start talking to them, start having conversations, start chatting them up and all that, emotions will begin to run riot. Make sure that you let your wife know that you love her and that she's important to you. Make sure that you do that. If you are watching right now, go and tell your wife that you love her and that she means the world to you and that you cannot live without her. Tell her all those sweet words. And don't just say it. Also show her. It is very important. Women are emotional beings. That said, let's meet in the comment section and let us discuss all these issues that we have talked about today. So next time when I come your way again, my name remains Busola Daily David. Bye.